From the outside, Michael and Laura looked like the perfect couple, beautiful, wealthy, and deeply in love. They lived in a grand mansion that glowed at night, with cars parked like jewels in the driveway. Everyone envied Laura. She had everything a woman could ever dream of, a loving husband and a life of luxury. But behind that beautiful smile, Laura's heart was darker than anyone could imagine. One evening, while the house was quiet, Laura sat by the bar counter, staring at a glass of wine. Her fingers trembled slightly as she dropped a small white powder into the drink. It dissolved instantly. "This is the night," she whispered to herself. "After tonight, everything will be mine." But what Laura didn't know was that Grace, the young maid, had been standing at the corner of the hallway, watching her. Grace's heart pounded as she realized what her madam was doing. She couldn't believe it. The same man who treated his wife like a queen was about to be betrayed by her own hands. When Mr. Michael's car lights appeared through the gate, Grace rushed out of hiding. "Sir, please, don't drink anything your wife gives you tonight," she said, her voice shaking. Michael frowned. "What are you talking about, Grace? Please, sir, just pretend you did. Trust me, please." Michael stared at her, confused and torn. But the fear in Grace's eyes made him pause. He nodded slowly. "All right." When he entered the house, Laura ran to him with a sweet smile, pretending to be the perfect wife. "You must be tired, honey. Let me get you a drink." Michael forced a smile. "Thank you, darling." She poured the drink, the same poisoned wine, and handed it to him lovingly. He raised the glass, pretending to sip. Minutes later, he placed his hand on his chest and fell to the floor. Laura gasped, pretending to panic, but inside, her heart was celebrating. She waited for a moment, then smiled coldly. Taking her phone, she called her friend. "The foolish man is gone. Now everything belongs to me. I can finally live my life the way I want." But before she could even end the call, a voice echoed behind her. Calm, cold, and filled with heartbreak. "Everything you want?" Laura froze. She turned slowly, and there stood Michael, alive, his eyes filled with tears. "I gave you everything," he said softly. "Love, trust, peace. And this is how you repay me?" Laura dropped to her knees, shaking. "Michael, I didn't mean." He cut her off, his voice trembling. "If not for Grace, I would be gone tonight." The room fell silent. Laura began to cry, but it was too late. Michael picked up his phone and made a single call. When the police arrived, Laura couldn't stop crying as they took her away. Grace stood quietly by the door, tears in her eyes. Michael turned to her and said, "You didn't just save my life, Grace. You saved my soul." And that night, as the mansion grew quiet again, Michael finally understood. Sometimes the people we overlook are the ones who care the most.